The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha! It's the way of life!
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. Hypno. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on, but that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. 15 years have I been waiting to stand up on my throne.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
pro-black Twitter hoes.
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
I'm tired of you! Drops, retard. Robocock.
That was a good video. I like that. The gameplay was goated. Yeah, I would say so too. I mean, I thought it was really good. I mean, I think most people thought that, honestly. I feel like a lot of people did. So I was glad to see it. The Mimic Boss too. Well, I mean, a lot of stuff was good with the game, right? It wasn't just one thing. Expedition 33 has better gameplay than Baldur's Gate 3 by a mile. Well, yeah, because they focus mainly on gameplay. I think that's what makes the most sense, doesn't it? There's the video right there. I actually like Hypnotic's videos a lot. I mean, I've watched a lot of them myself. And, make sure to give him a sub and everything like that. He has, how many does he have? 107,000 subscriberinos. Wow. And
All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, we need to bring it in close, boys. Bring it in close. Come on. Let's go. We took yesterday off, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to take one day off. It's okay. It's okay. I know you guys didn't miss me. I know you guys were watching all the goonerific stuff you could possibly watch in my absence, and that's okay. So bring it in close. Let's hug it out because it's Friday. It's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday. Uper says that was worth 2K memberships. What the 2K memberships? Bro, that's impossible. And listen to the following message.
Do not fucking touch Santa's hairy belly.
If you are watching on YouTube, like the stream. Like it. Come on, what's wrong with you? If you are watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you are watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, you sucked on Kata's feet.
I am the foot god, Kaida.
So like the stream. Don't let it happen to you. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? Guys, we actually got a lot that we got to go over, especially since we obviously took yesterday off. There's a lot that we have to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Sony is coming out with some really fucked up technology that I think a lot of people should know about. So we're going to talk about that. And I think it's working in accordance with Xbox as well. I don't know if it's a joint effort or I don't know if Sony's just going to let them use it. I'm really not sure. We're going to dive into that story, but apparently Sony is working on a censorship tool that would allow them to censor video games in real time. Meaning if anything that's just big no-no for all those eyes out there, well, they can censor the game in real time. So we're going to check that out. We got to talk about that story, but there's a lot we got to talk about. What are you guys checking? What are we checking? 8 hours of driving in circles with no passengers check. What the fuck? Foot God 100 check. RIP Stellar Blade 2 check. What? What happened with Stellar Blade 2? What are we doing? Back from a busy month check. 3-week vacation started check. Nice, Ali Kusanagi. Very nice, man. What's the fucking point of an ESRB then check? I don't know. At this point, I think they're trying to phase out the ESRB. They're trying to become the judge, jury, and executioner. Scrotum squeegee check. That is definitely a weird one. Back grabber check. Board trolley driver check. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Whip poor will check. Multitasking check. Testicular fortitude check. A5 Wagyu and crab legs for dinner. Bro, what are you, fucking rich? God damn. Manga for Christmas check? I don't know if I'm going to get any manga for Christmas. I doubt it this year. Because to be honest, anytime I want a manga, I just buy it myself. So if people ask me, they're like, hey, what manga do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't know, because I already bought all the ones I wanted. Oh, man. Hypno impregnator check. That's insane. Hypno the fentanyl zombie check. That's also insane. Hypnotic touch Santa's belly last night check. I did not. I think that's a lie. Deadpool check. Nice. Chili cheese dogs with Western fries on the side. That sounds really good. All right, guys, listen, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Like it. Right now. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in his chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku Eurydice Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point, but no longer do. And people that are part of a stream called Do Black Street that love getting their back blown out.
With a dick in her ass. Like, are you? Oh, yeah.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm shocked. Oh.
Bruh.
Do it the other way so y'all can. Oh, baby, I'm shocked.
Shout out to New Blackstreet for the raid, man. Appreciate that. We got Colonel Ruv. We got Ryuga Samurai. We got Deku Leader. T-Vol Gaming. We got Adam Juman over here on Rumble. We got Colonel Ruv again. Subtle Deviancy. Frenchie07. Blue Octopussy. Matthew with the Hero Priest. We got Gokaimon. We got Nick Havoc. Ali Kusanagi. We got Dikachu. Marius. Persona 1140. We got 16-Bit Dude. What's going on, man? We got Draconic over on Rumble. We got Shinphil 3737. We got Chaotic Holy. Mystic 6121. We got the Gaming Wolf. We got this guy. Hello.
I am the Foot God, Kaida.
It's accurate. It is accurate. You can't get mad at that. It's accurate. We got Monkey Man 04. We got Scooby Pup. We got Gamers Republic. We got Sleeping Nova. We got Faye Summer. We got Air Razor X over here on Rumble. We got Dark Dimos questioning whether or not he's actually here. We got Romanizer 24. We got Redoka. Mr. Melancholy. Faye. No Hearts Left. What's up, man? Calculating December 20th or 27th. Calculating? What the uh-oh. Mr. Grimlock. What's up, Grimlock? We got, this is Sparta 9000. Dragon Knight over on Rumble. We got No Guyber TV. 17 Crash Gaming. Too Cool Curry says he's uncomfortable. We got Crippled Snorlax. The Voice in the Water. Antran. Charlie Nuclear. A Kickin' Danitz. We got Baron. Baron or Baron no beef? Baron no beef dip? What the fuck? Dead Star. That's a good game. That's a good game. Hanny. The King Joker. Old Man Cad. Toasty with the mosty. 69. Never forget the number. Shout out Toasty. Hope you are doing well. We got Mystic 6121. Bugsy. Singles and Bits. What's going on, man? All right, 4 more people. 4 more people. Then we got to get on with the show. 4 more people. Who are we going to call out? We got Anubis Hentai Hades. We got Valkyrie. We got Panthro. What's up, Panthro? We got Gunnar Damas. We got Angmar WK. Nandor 750. We got Lucky Boy. Lionheart Cowboy. We got, let's see, Wedge Seraph. What's going on, man? And last but not least, we got Dragatello. Duck Fisdy. Gasherman 13. Nacho Ninja 6. Life Ferret over on Rumble. Gremlin Producer. And Calculator Golem. Last Shadow. R. Kelly mode is crazy, by the way. Absolutely crazy. Michaela Hermosa. And Carl Singh. Yamato 85. Spectral Heartless. Angels of Destiny. And Raven Rainfall. All right, guys, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. Guys, it is Friday. All right, it is Friday. This is the biggest money shot that we have to offer for the week. All right, Saturday doesn't count because we don't money shot people on Saturdays. So Friday is the ultimate biggest money shot. So who is going to get it? Let's find out. We got Hanny saying, by the blessing of the Fed gods, the next retard down by 5 will be locked inside Kata's toilet and get turned into a fentanyl zombie thanks to Hypno impregnating Santa. That's insanity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hanny got himself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hanny got himself again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Holy shit.
Oh no. Hanny. Now, Hanny, you know the rules. Okay? Hanny, you know the rules. See, the problem with spamming is that, yes, you're going to get your comment heard most of the time. But that also means that the rule is if you pick yourself 3 times, that means that you have to money shot yourself. That's the rules. So congratulations to Hanny. You are the recipient of your own money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream. Yeah, he got too eager, man. That's the thing. You gotta relax. You gotta relax. But it's okay. He might have shot it himself. It's fine. Timebot Holler says, since when has that been a rule? For like, I don't know, almost a month now. Something like that. All right, boys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. All right, we're going to be covering Naughty Dog's apparent overtime that they're doing on the Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, the game that everybody and their mother's waiting for. That's obviously sarcasm. But apparently people are calling them out for it. You know, the journalists that they love pandering to all the time are calling them out for the crunch. Like, how dare these people have to work hard on this video game? How dare they? But we're going to talk about the overtime, the forced overtime reportedly at Naughty Dog. And again, take that with a grain of salt. It's obviously just an unconfirmed rumor at this point, but it is coming from certain sources that claim to be close to Naughty Dog. We're also going to go over the entire situation happening with Larian after the fact. Like, we made videos on it. We discussed it on the live stream recently. And the fallout with Larian Studios has been pretty crazy, but they've effectively destroyed all the haters that they've had over the whole AI nonsense. Even the people that are trying to claim sexual assault happened at the studio. It's fucking unbelievable. So we're going to talk about that. And we are also going to talk about, this is a big story, by the way. We are going to talk about the upcoming AI tool that Sony is working on that apparently is going to allow them to censor video games in real time, meaning that the AI tool is going to be able to scan whatever video game you're playing, and if it deems it censorship worthy, then it's going to censor it. And I don't know if this is going to be restricted to like underage accounts, or I don't know if this is going to be across the fucking board. Like, I really don't know much about this, so we're going to go over all of it today. We're going to go over the tool, the plans behind it. I have a whole breakdown. Over it. It's fucking insane, man. It really is. So they even have like examples over how, like, for example, Grand Theft Auto 6 could play out in theory with this censorship tool that they're apparently working on. So again, it's a big story. So we're gonna talk about that and see what's going on with that. Wouldn't that defeat the purpose of the ESRB? Yeah, of course it would. But again, these companies don't give a fuck. They've always tried to find ways to circumvent anything they possibly can. We obviously have a bunch of fast topics we got to go over as well. We got to follow up with the Sony and the Tencent lawsuit regarding Light of Mortem, the game that supposedly looked like Horizon Forbidden West. Apparently, that game has been completely delisted. It's been completely delisted from the Steam store after the supposed settlement between Sony and Tencent. So we got to talk about that. Of course, we got a bunch of indie games we got to go over. So there's a lot to do tonight, boys. We were off yesterday, so we got to catch up. In the meantime, let's do the number one segment on YouTube, the number one segment on Rumble, the number one segment all around the galaxy. This segment is known none other than the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names, SJW screaming, but it's money they blame, burning with envy, they're falling flat, they can't handle the sound of a super chat.
That's right. We got ourselves the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen, where if we get lucky, we are trying to hit 522 tier 1s in a row and 211 tier 2s in a row. So let's see what we can possibly do here. We got, starting us off, Kalen with a 5 says, actually ridiculous how they're complaining they have to work overtime. Meanwhile, there's so many other people in the trades or healthcare doing it 10 times more. Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if people could work less and get paid the same money, they're obviously going to want to do that, right? I feel like that's natural for a lot of people to desire that. But there's also people with crazy work ethics that work nonstop. And like you said, the nursing field, what do they do? Like 18 fucking hour shifts or something like that for like 3 or 4 days in a row. It's unbelievable. There's a lot of companies. There's a lot of trades out there, a lot of jobs out there that require some crazy hours that would make all of these Silicon Valley developers lose their mind at the mere thought of it. So definitely insane. Definitely insane. IB the Ebb says Hypno works nonstop. Well, I mean, listen, I work pretty much 7 days a week, and if I take a day off, I try to let you guys know. But between the video editing and everything like that, it's still nothing like from a physical standpoint. It's nothing compared to a nursing job. Like nurses are on their feet all the fucking time. My job is definitely more like mentally stressful versus physically. With nurses, it's probably both. So I always try to give them the benefit of the doubt, even though a lot of them are wokies and crazy. But that's a whole nother point. But yeah, man, we put in the work because, hey, we have a good time here. That's what it's about. We have a good time. Mr. Melancholy with a 149 super sticker. Shout out to Mr. Melancholy, my guy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We got the Immigrant Beaver with a 2. Says debate over free wood today in the House of Commons. Bro, the Beaver is probably the best politician. I got to be honest with you. This is probably my favorite politician that I've ever seen in my life so far. Shout out to the Immigrant Beaver. Holding it down, man, in the House of Commons. Keep kicking ass. And then we got the Immigrant Beaver with a 2. Don't worry, man. We got F-35. Screw the Crappens. Bro, what the fuck? Oh, my God. That's insane. Just shout out, man. Shout out. The Immigrant Beaver with a 2. Long day at work for a nice drink at the Wood. That's right, man. Look at the Immigrant Beaver. Look at that guy chilling in the bars. Look at that. Wait, is that a Coke bottle? I can't tell. That better not be a fucking Coke bottle. I'm going to throw that shit out right now. What do you think this is? Cassie stream? Ain't no Coke here. I can't tell, though. The picture's too fucking small. I can't see. Damn it. Better not be. GraphWeb with a 2. For fuck's sakes, hashtag cancel Disney Plus. I agree, GraphWeb. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you. Tire King says you just got to this. What have you been doing in the last 10 minutes? Huh? What are we talking about? The Immigrant Beaver with a 2. Bat for the lefty protesters. Get out of my country. Oh. Holy shit. Shout out, man, to the Immigrant Beaver. He's getting violent. Violence is not the answer. Come on, Immigrant Beaver. You know that. Stop it. Ali Kusanagi with the membership. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. Then we got 16-bit dude for 6 months of legendary status. He says 6 freaking months. Shout out to you, my man. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. 6 months is crazy. Crazy. Immigrant Beaver with a 2. Thank you, Trump, for the presence behind me for Canada. Bro, what the fuck? This man has a fucking battle cruiser. What, bro? Oh my God. The Immigrant Beaver is building an army. He is building an army. Yeah, it's a whole fucking saga going on right now. Bro, wait, since when did Trump have that in his arsenal? What the fuck? It's crazy, dude. Immigrant Beaver with a 2. No one will screw with Canada now that we have a weapon. The fucking Death Star, bro? This man has a Death Star? Bro, how is this possible? How are you updating these accounts so fucking fast? He has a Death Star, bro. We need a Magic the Gathering card based on the Beaver? Yeah, we really do. We really do. Death Star is screaming in the chat right now. He says, hey, you stole his identity, Beaver. The lore never stops. Yeah, I mean, I never thought he would have a fucking Death Star. Did you get that from Trump too? That's insane. Chimp is Universe with a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, Chimp is Universe. I appreciate that. Old Man Grim with a 199 says, hail to the bigot army. What's up, Old Man Grim? How are you doing, man? I hope you are well. IB the Ebb gives 1 membership. Shout out to IB the Ebb. I appreciate that. damn, this might be the first ever pre-stream Legends where we do not have a Kiryu clip. I just realized that. And then look at this fucking legend, 16-bit dude with the $100 Red Boy Hyper. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, the other day I was driving to the store and you know what? Forget my story. Bring out the Latinas. I respect that. I respect that. Shout out to 16-bit dude dropping the first Red Boy of the evening, 1 out of 5. And let's give him what he wants, man.
Okay, everyone, we got another Red Boy hyper banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Holy shit.
Shout out to the 16-bit dude dropping the first Red Boy Hyper banger. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then we got Kalen with a 2, Immigrant Beaver. You're my hero. I think he would like you saying that. Felsteph with a 5 says Immigrant Beaver walks softly and carries a big stick. Hey, what do you mean by that?
Hey, what the fuck?
I was a little gay. What do you mean by that? Omnis Raw with a 2. Hypno is my 46th birthday, almost as old as you. Well, yes, I mean, I am the ancient one, but shout out to Omnis Raw. Everybody throw some cake emojis for Omnis Raw in the chat right now. It's his birthday. He's 46 years young. Shout out to Omnis Raw, man. Thank you so much for that. And K-Styles coming in and saving the Kiryu pre-stream with the 5 membership banger.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
And of course, considering that's the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. Shout out to K-Styles. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate the 5 membership banger. And then last 2, we got Mr. Spanglish with a 99. Says, Monkey Man, no joke tonight? Come on, your jokes slay me. Ho, ho, ho. There's Noel time like the present. Ho, ho, ho. What is Father Christmas' wife's name? Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. That was 3 bad dad jokes in one super chat. 3 bad dad jokes in one super chat. And you know what? I'm going to blame Monkey Man for this, because if Monkey Man was actually telling bad dad jokes, we would not have gotten 3 in one shot. So I'm blaming Monkey Man for this. It's your fault, Monkey Man. And then we got Denarier with a 5, says the return of gaming, hashtag B2 shocker. Overtime, I wouldn't complain about 12 hours of work and old Twitter HQ with wine on top and free chef-made lunch. Bro, you are so spot on with that, because if you guys don't know, you can probably Google this. They used to have this series where people who worked at Twitter would upload videos of like day in the life of a Twitter, employee or whatever. And it was just, it was the most fucking babied thing I've ever seen in my life. These people would work maybe for like an hour and a half to 2 hours out of their 8-hour day. They had safe space rooms where they could just go into a room that was soundproof and basically not get bothered by anybody. Safe space rooms. They got catered fucking breakfast, catered fucking lunch. I mean, holy shit. It was literally adult daycare. Exactly, Crash Collins. It was adult daycare. I'm like, bro, you serious, man? It's crazy. Michelle Little Beastie says, my daughter dreams of a job like this. She'd be in heaven. Are you talking about Twitter jobs or are you talking about what I'm doing right now? I'm not exactly sure. But shout out to you. Thank you so much for joining us today. We got Crash Collins over on Rumble gifting a membership. Thank you, Crash Collins. I appreciate that. And then we got Deidre Connick for $1 sub. Hypno, congrats on getting 2,000 subs on your main YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. It's been a wild ride so far. We got, let's see. On Rumble, we got Crash Collins for a 2. I would totally vote Immigrant Beaver for Prime Minister. Well, actually, he's already the Prime Minister, according to the lore. According to the lore, he's already a Prime Minister, so there's that. And that's it. We are fully caught up, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to all of you guys. We got one more part of the pre-stream legends today, and that has to do with gifted games, okay? Now, I got gifted games while I was off. I got gifted games while I was griftcasting, and I said that I was going to go over it on Hypnocast because, well, I didn't have a lot of time in griftcast because I was late, because I just been so fucking busy lately. But we're going to do it right now. We're going to do it right now. It's been absolutely insane, man. So we got Angels of Destiny. What do you call a broke Santa? Saint Nicholas. Gifted Man-Eater, the Apex Edition. Shout out to Angel of Destiny. I actually just put this on my wish list the other day. So it's so ironic. And hopefully you got it on sale with the winter sale. I think it was on sale for pretty cheap. So thank you, Angels of Destiny. I appreciate that very much. And then Angmar WK dropped the Chaos Engine, a steampunk Victorian age in which 1 or 2 players must fight the hostile creations of the Chaos Engine across 4 dynamic landscapes and take part in the ultimate battle. Thank you so much, Angmar. I appreciate that. That sounds interesting. And then he also gifted Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate HD. I'm definitely going to play the shit out of that for sure. You can never go wrong with some Castlevania, man. Shout out to Angmar. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. That's legendary. Holy shit. No! No, Angmar. Damn. Sorry, Angmar. I'm going to save you your money, my guy. Already have. I apologize. Angmar says this is a survival horror game and gifted Remothered Tormented Fathers. What is this? Pure and realistic survival horror game. What? I've never heard of this. Hold on. Remothered. Huh. I'm going to bring that up in the Indie Showcase. We're going to take a look at that. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Oh, wow. Bendy and the Ink Machine is a first-person puzzle action horror game. I actually wishlisted this not that long ago either. Shout out to Angmar, man. This guy's... Him, Crazy Ed, and No Hearts Left are, like, determined to make my Steam account past 2,000 fucking video games, bro. I don't really... Like, they literally... I told them they don't have to do that, but obviously they're not going to listen. I know that. But thank you, Angmar. I appreciate that. I heard good things about that. This is the isn't this the prequel to the video game that was showcased? Which award show was it that it looked really good? I actually liked the way that the gameplay looked. I forgot, but Fist Forged in Shadow Torch. I never actually got to play this game, and I had wishlisted this when I saw the other game Fist. I think it's called Fist or something like that. No, it's called something Punk. What is it? What the fuck is it called? God damn. I forgot. I don't remember. But anyway, I wishlisted this game, so I'm definitely going to check this out 100%. Thank you, Angmar, again. Bro, do I not have Fallout 3 in my account? Zoopunk. Yeah, that was it. Zoopunk. There you go. Sorry, I forgot about that. Zoopunk. Yeah, Zoopunk. That's the one. Zoopunk. I forgot. How do I not have Fallout 3 in this account? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm almost positive I have Fallout 3 in this account. But thank you so much, Angmar. I appreciate that. Maybe it's a different version. It's probably a different version of Fallout 3. You didn't have Fallout 3? No, I definitely had Fallout 3. That's what I'm saying. It's probably a different version of Fallout 3. Angmar says, no, you didn't. I don't know, bro. Do I have New Vegas? Yeah, I have New Vegas. I do. Then we got Angmar again with Sniper Elite, the Nazi zombie army. You would give me a fucking Nazi zombie something game. You would give me that. They're gonna, bro, the people who hate me, they're gonna be like, see, he's a Nazi. And he gifted Sniper Elite Nazi Zombie Army 2. Jesus. So both of them. Oh my God, bro. How am I supposed to keep up with this? How am I supposed to keep up with this, bro? Seriously. Look, you guys were just talking about Frostpunk. This one is a city builder survival game set in a post-apocalyptic world. And he gifted Frostpunk. Jesus Christ. I am one man. Jeez. Thank you so much, Angmar. I appreciate that. And then again, Angmar, this one is a weird Metrovania type game. If memory serves right, you did show this on your indie showcase. I did. I remember Grime, the definitive edition. This one looked pretty cool. Yeah, I liked this one for sure. So shout out to Angmar. I appreciate the gift, my man. Thank you so much. It's still going, by the way. Angmar says, don't rage quit. Dragon's Lair. Why? Is it hard? No way. There's no way. I guarantee I won't fucking rage quit this. Thank you so much, Angmar. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Again, Bullet Hell Survivor. Okay, you're gifting very addictive games, my guy. Hypnotic will have games to play forever. You're not even kidding, dude. You're not even kidding. Chase Survivors. Looks pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you. What is it, zombies? Chase Survivors. Evolve your character, your weapons, face hordes of horrifying creatures. Nice. I'll definitely check that. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Broken Lore Low is a psychological horror game set in a mist-covered, beautiful Japanese village, blending hyper-realistic graphics with low poly elements. What the fuck is this? First-person psychological horror game set in Japan. What? Bro, hold on. I'm gonna have to look this one up too, because I kind of want to see this one too. So what is this called? Broken Lore. Let's see. Broken Lore Low. Oh, Broken Lore. This is one of the games that I ended up looking at for I think the indie showcase, like the actual indie showcase that we watched from OTK. I think that's what it was. I remember Broken Lore. I remember this one. Yeah, I remember this one. We'll take another look at it. No, Crazy Ed. What is with this game, Maneater? Everybody wanted to gift me Maneater? Bro, am I missing something with this game? Crazy Ed, no, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to decline. Already have. I'm sorry, bro. Damn. Bro, what the fuck, Crazy Ed? Oh, is this a different one? Maneater Truth Quest? Okay, this might be different. Okay. Okay, this might be different. This might be different. Thank you so much, Crazy Ed, for Maneater Truth Quest. I appreciate that. Wait, what? Oh, no, I already have. Oh, no, already have. No. I thought it was different. What the fuck? Bro, what is this? Mr. Rouge. Mr. Rouge, did you send 3 Steam gift cards, Mr. Rouge? Did you send 3? Bro, what? Mr. Rouge, like, you don't, bro. You don't gotta go that hard. Oh my God. He says yes. Oh my God. Mr. Rouge. That's insane. Everybody, hey, first off, everybody spam the Mr. Rouge emojis. Number 1. Yeah, $72 is what converts from $100 Canadian, I'm assuming. So that's basically what it is. So you basically gifted $300 to the Steam account. Holy fuck, bro! You did not have to do that. So I mean, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna use the majority of that to gift some games away. Are you okay with that, Mr. Rouge? Mr. Rouge, are you okay if I take most of that money and gift some games away to the community for Santa Nautic? Are you all right with that? Is that cool with you, or did you want me to keep it myself? I'll do whatever you want me to do. But that's my idea anyway. Shout out to Mr. Rouge. Thank you so much, man. That is crazy. That is insane. He says yes. All right, there you go. All right, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Shout out to Mr. Rouge for donating some money to the channel so that we can give some games away. That's awesome, man. Spam the Mr. Rouge emojis in the chat right now. Right now. That's awesome. I'm excited for that. I'll definitely get on there. Hold on. BioT says to refresh. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Here we go. BioT Wolf, the legend himself. He says, a blast from the days of Newgrounds. Oh my God, bro. Newgrounds. Wow. Talk about a blast from the past, Newgrounds. How do snowmen shop online? They use the Winternet. The Winternet, bro? Come on, man. The Winternet? Shout out. Thank you so much, BioT Wolf. He gifted Madness Project Nexus, third-person run-and-gun beat-em-up filled with arcade-style action and button-mashing brutality. That sounds like a lot of fun, especially after we played that Marvel game recently. Shout out, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, guys, that's insane. We could stop now. We could stop with the fucking gifted games, because I already know No Hearts Left is planning something with fucking gifted games. I'm not even gonna ask. And then fucking Angmar is going crazy. Like, all you guys are going crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. All right, listen. BioT Wolf, I already did that. Thank you for 20 months, by the way. That's legendary. And then Angmar with a 189. Hypno, you'll be playing games to your 90. Well, I mean, to be fair, I plan to do that anyway. So you guys are just helping with that. Thank you. All right, boys, listen. Let's get into the content. Let's do the indie showcase. And then we're going to go over all the topics, all right? Get some popcorn, man. You're going to be here for a little bit, but it's going to be a good time. The first game is called Out of Action. So let's go.
All right, folks, it's time for the Indie Game Showcase.
All right. All right. Out of Action. Now, this one seemed cool to me because for a couple of reasons, okay? Number one, it had like an anime theme to it, anime style, even cyberpunk style theme to it, which is really cool. Like that. Totally love that. Number two, it reminded me, and I don't know if you guys have played this. I've talked about this game in the past, and I'm going to show my age real quick. So fuck you guys who call me old. But I remember a time way back in the day where there was a Counter-Strike 1.6 mod. Oh, I'm sorry. It was either Counter-Strike 1.6 or original Half-Life. It might have been original Half-Life, but there was a mod that was very popular on Steam during its initial beginning days. And that mod was called The Specialist. And The Specialist was basically a Half-Life mod. I think it was a Half-Life mod that essentially tried to recreate the Matrix inside of Half-Life, where you can you had bullet time, like running on walls, all kinds of shit. It was really cool, really fun mod. I played that so much it's not even funny, right? So the gameplay of this game kind of reminded me of that, and like the fast-paced action. And obviously the Specialist was third person. This is first person, but still. So let's check this out and let's see what we got going on with Out of Action. Oh, it's got a setup. He shot his fucking head off. In case you can't tell, there's dismemberment in this game. So, gee, I wonder why I recommended it. Oh my God, they blew up into pieces. Honestly, this game was fucking awesome. I thought it looked really, really cool. It had a lot of aesthetics from different video games in it. A little bit of Cyberpunk in there, obviously. A little bit of The Specialist for me. I think this game definitely has potential. Apparently, it's listed as a PvP shooter. Action-packed PvP first-person shooter with deep progression, replayable offline mode, and unique dark anime aesthetics set in a brutal cyberpunk universe. So I'm going to link it right now in the chat. I'm linking it in both chats right now on YouTube and Rumble. So go check that out in your free time. All right, now it's time to get a little bit cozy. This game is called Solar Punk, and apparently it's a game that's heavily wishlisted on Steam. It's a survival game in a technically advanced world of floating islands, which is interesting to say the least. So let's see what we got here. I've been going through a lot of the highly wishlisted games on Steam just to see what they have to offer. So check this out. Well, I see the floating islands. Does it have cards? I don't know. We're about to find out. All right, so you can build airships. Is he on fire? I mean, for me, this is not really my kind of a game, but there are cool elements in there that I can acknowledge. Like the fact that you could build airships, that's going to be pretty cool. If it's something that you can do, I think that'll be awesome. Hypnotic was mentioned again on the casino earlier. Was I really? Oh my God. What is it, 2 days in a row? The fuck is going on? Anyway, I think Old Man Cad's dropping links for that in the chat. So check that one out if that's more your style of game. This one, now this I might end up playing on Griffcast just for the lulz. Just for the lulz, man. This game is called Killer Bean, and I'm not going to give you any more context other than that.
That's what I call a dramatic entrance. There's a reason why I'm called Killer Bean. It's because I'm good at what I do. Really. Really. Good.
Yo.
I used to be an assassin for the Shadow Agency. An international organization powerful enough to shape the world. Until they lied to me and tried to kill me. Now,
bro,
I'm gonna destroy them.
Why is this so serious?
You're the gosh darn idiot who wants to take down the Shadow Agency. Well, it is sure nice to meet you. Before you die.
Oh, shit. Bro, he German suplexed someone. You got zombie beams? You got ninja beams.
They made me who I am.
Is that a mecha beam?
And I will make them pay for it.
Guys, why is this actually unironically one of the most badass fucking trailers I've ever seen? It's a gameplay trailer? Let me see. What? Bro. Is it first person or third person? I think it's both. You can either play first person or third person. Bro, why does he have more acrobatics than Lara Croft? And you can create your character. Nah, dude, this shit looks fucking awesome, man. Old Man Cat, I don't know if he dropped it in the chat, but I'm going to drop it in the chat again just in case because I am absolutely wishlisting this. And now I can see why this is one of the most wishlisted games on Steam. I can see why now. So I dropped it in the chat. Go check that out. All right, the next one is called Tears of Metal, which is a medieval hack-and-slash co-op roguelike game. Tears of Metal. At this point, everything's a roguelite, so nothing's a roguelite at this point. Oh, shit. Damn. I like the music. You got stabbed right through the fucking head. Oh, that wasn't going to end well. I love the music, though. Co-op. I might be interested in that. I might be interested in that for sure. They got the Plague Doctor here in the corner. I definitely might be interested in that. Might want to check that out. For Scotland, yeah. DJ Conic gives a membership on Rumble. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And says, hey, Hypno, Rumble chat is requesting the Mr. Rouge emoji on the platform. We do not have it. Why do you guys not have it? I'm almost positive I fucking uploaded it the first time I talked about it. I got to look into that, man. Rumble be acting funny. I'll look into that. Maybe, maybe it accidentally sent it to the other channel. Hypnotic Gaming Live. I hope not. I'll check on it. Thank you, DJ Conic. I appreciate it. All right. check out that game for sure. I'm gonna wishlist that one because I thought that was fairly interesting. This one coming up is called Dracantos, which is a free-to-play MMORPG with a nostalgic pixel art style combined with exciting fast-paced action, combat, and more with 20 unique heroes. So for the first time, we're going to be featuring a MMORPG, or at least that's what they call it. You know, we don't know if that actually means like standard definition MMORPG or who knows. Who knows? We'll see. Love this style. So, you know, AAA, I want you guys to understand something. AAA is out here making up every excuse not to give a girl jiggle physics because apparently natural boobs are just evil, right? With all the realistic graphics in the world. And meanwhile, this fucking sprite at the top left has jiggle physics. The fucking sprite has jiggle physics. But you mean to tell me the real high fidelity model cannot have jiggle physics? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying there's a little bit of a felting there to be had. But anyway.
Holy
Light protects me.
Love the style so much.
Wait for it.
These kind of games bring me back to a much simpler time in gaming. So good. Holy shit. Oh, he looks cool. That guy looks really cool.
Demonalis Fortress.
Oh shit. I'm not gonna lie, considering it's free to play, I don't see anything to lose here. Oh shit. He said, don't waste my time and fucking kill these women, bro. Wait, hold on, go back.
Don't waste my time.
Yo, he just pulled a fucking Darth Vader out. Oh my god. All right, well, they're not afraid to showcase certain themes, so that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's pretty interesting, man. Free to play MMORPG. I'm gonna wishlist that. It's coming from Wingyon Game Studios LLC. Interesting. I gotta look into that. That game looked pretty cool. All right, we got one more. This one is called PON. Literally just PON, which is a found footage co-op horror game from the criminal's perspective. So you get to play as the criminal who is completing tasks for the criminal syndicate. So it's kind of like you're on the other side. PON. It's one of those streamer style games. Let's check this out. Hold on.
Куда мы едем, бро? Не знаю. Кажется, мы в Зазеркалье с тобой. Фига заброшка тут. Сваливаем отсюда.
Yeah, I think it is Russian. Russian language anyway. Oh shit.
Тихо.
Oh shit. But the guy got abducted. Where did he go? Oh shit.
Где? О, сейчас приду.
Oh shit.
Спасибо, бро, что спас меня. Не часа ждал тебя. Где сумка моя? Да что-то не видно. Ладно, валим отсюда.
It's Batman.
Куда идти вообще нам? Ну я не знаю, бро. Я ничего не вижу вообще.
Something bad's gonna happen. Oh.
Что?
Run! Run! Run!
Забегаем, забегаем.
Oh!
Прощай, бро.
Oh shit, bro. Did you see what happened to him? Bro, that was like a Stranger Things moment. He just got sucked into the void. Look at this shit. He was like, nope, got him. Oh, damn.
Прощай, bro.
Oh, damn. Yeah, no, he's fucking dead. He's dead. I think that game looks pretty cool. Again, I don't know how I feel about co-op survival horror games because I feel like once you have that other person with you, like whoever was playing this game obviously was taking it serious, but other people just, you know, they're just going to be making jokes the whole time. So I don't know. I don't know how those games really play out, but I like the idea of them. Just an overall gameplay from a gameplay perspective and for like streamers, I'm sure it's fine. All right. Did I have? Yes, one more. Let's take a look at that Broken Lore game. Broken Lore Low. They got gifted to the channel. I wanted to take a look at it and see if it's the one that we saw at the showcase. I don't remember. Let's see.
It's just a work meeting. I have everything under control, really.
All right, but please let me know how it goes as soon as you can. Good luck, Naomi.
Looks like Silent Hill F.
Am I going in circles? Ugh, it's like this place has swallowed every escape route.
Hey, yo, pause that. Pause that. Is that a pregnant? What the fuck?
You're the other one, right? Only one can truly shine.
Naomi, are you ready to show me that you're the star I've been looking for?
What's happening to me?
Bro, what? How did it go pixelated?
Kirisame Mura
That's
has
even
stories
creepier.
that could inspire any artist, like that of the ancient temple, a place of mystery and forbidden passions.
It's switching between realistic and old school graphics. What the fuck?
Remember, every great ambition has its cost.
Yo, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was switching between realistic graphics and like PS1 era graphics. That's so interesting. I wonder how they're gonna go about that. Look at this. Yeah, I'm very curious about this game now. Oh, see, that's just creepy. That's just creepy. Definitely gonna check this one out for sure, man. Thank you for gifting it to the channel. Very, very cool. And Old Man Cat dropped it in the chat in case you guys need it. So we'll check that out. All right, we're gonna get into the topics now. We got really quick before we do that, Scrap Gamer donated to the channel a game called Hit on Bloodright. And he says, don't let the sexy orcs fool you into thinking this is a gooder game. Zan and her orc sisters must fight to save their homeland from a demonic invasion. Immerse yourself in a sprawling underground world where rich lore exploration in combinations with a 90s shooter. That sounds pretty cool. But considering there's a slutty orc on there, I'm going to definitely check it first. I'm going to check it first. And if it's all good, then we're all good. Thank you. Thank you for gifting that to the channel, man. I appreciate that very much, Scrap Gamer. You absolute legend. Deadeye's live for $1 on Rumble. Hey, Killer Bean had a 2009 movie. I'm glad the game is being made. It looks fun. Looks like a lot of fun. The Immigrant Beaver with it too. We'll defend our borders and our country for wood. Bro, look at this guy. He has the whole... He has the... Bro, the entire fucking empire is in front of him. The Immigrant Beaver with it too. Trump has secret services. I have secret Sith Knights. He has Sith Knights behind him. The Immigrant Beaver with a 2. Very productive day. Nap time with my trooper guard. Bro, how did you get into the Star Wars universe? It's what I really want to understand. How did you get into the Star Wars universe? How did that even happen? I don't even know. I don't even know. This guy's all over the place. He's all over the place. All right. Let's get into the topics, ladies and gentlemen. First thing up is going to be about Xbox. So you guys remember how Xbox used to have something called Xbox Wrapped? Remember that? Where they would do basically like a presentation for Xbox. Well, apparently it's not happening. It's not going to happen this time around because there's budget constraints. Again, I want you guys to understand something. Xbox is funded by one of the richest companies in the world. But apparently there is budget constraints. And Xbox Wrapped is not going to be coming because of those budget constraints. And this is also from the same company that's trying to convince you, or at least their shills are trying to convince you that Game Pass is so profitable. Not so much. This time of year is always an exciting time for those Breaking Night, for those with oodles of subscriptions or memberships to various online platforms, because it's when the all wrapped up presentations drop. From Spotify to PlayStation, from LinkedIn to YouTube, any platforms partake in the annual Wrapped Up Festival, offering key insights into your year as a subscriber or member. However, Xbox will not be doing that. In a recent report, it was claimed that Xbox isn't providing an Xbox Wrap presentation this year because the company has better things to spend its marketing budget on. Wow, dude. So Xbox has better things to spend their money on than informing people how others use the platform. That's an interesting thing. Is it because we all know that Xbox has basically everything is riding on Game Pass? Is that essentially where we're at right now? Reiki Knight says Saul Asmongold reacted to another one of your videos. No, he didn't. I thought it was only one. Or are you talking about the Expedition 33 one? He didn't do another one. I doubt it. But yeah, for the Xbox fans, we were talking about this on Griffcast today. And it's so funny because I'm going through the topics and I'm like, oh my God, this is like, it's not that big of a deal, but it's also kind of a big deal because it kind of shows where the mindset is for people that work at Xbox, where they're just flat out not caring about this shit anymore. Right. We were talking about Phantom Blade Zero and how that supposedly is a timed exclusive for PlayStation. And at first I thought that meant that it wasn't going to release on Steam. But apparently it's going to be releasing everywhere but Xbox. And mind you, Xbox is releasing all their games on PlayStation pretty much day one. So, I don't know. It's just, at this point, what does it mean to be an Xbox fan? I have no idea. But let's continue. I got a good one. Let me drink some water. Hold on. I got a good one. Check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Ops 7. Where's that Xbot guy? Where's that Xbot guy? Where is he at? Remember Xbot? Remember him? Where's Xbot? Didn't he say that he was going to laugh at me and my video that I made on Call of Duty after they announced that Black Ops 7 was going to be a massive success? He said he was waiting for that and then he was going to laugh at me. Well, I mean, at this point, they've openly admitted that the game is not successful in the slightest. They've also openly admitted that the game has not sold anywhere close to Black Ops 6. They've also admitted that because of the failure, that they're no longer going to be releasing the same named video game for Call of Duty every year. And now, Black Ops 7, apparently in the winter sale, has been discounted 50% just 1 month after the release of the game. So, needless to say, I don't think his comment aged very well. Cue the evil laugh, Hypno. Should I? I should.
This motherfucker does not pay me to do this.
50% off. Reiki Knight says, I was talking about Expedition 33. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the only one that I know of. I don't think he reacted to another one. I'm pretty sure he didn't. Otherwise, people would be like spam messaging me about it. So Black Ops 7, 50% off just 1 month after release. And keep in mind, guys, I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, it's pretty obvious at this point that we need to admit that this game did not sell copies. right? People clearly are not looking to play this game. At least not on the PC platform anyway. They're probably still playing on consoles, but I still think there's a pattern there, and I'm pretty sure they lost it on consoles too. If you look here, IGN noticed that Best Buy is selling Call of Duty Black Ops 7 for 1 day only for just $34.99. That's a 50% discount, but it's not too far from what other retailers are selling the game for. It's also $35 right now on G2A, and that's not a 1 day sale. It's one of the cheapest places to buy Black Ops 7. Listen, man, even the physical copies are being discounted. You know, even the physical copies are being discounted, which tells you that this product is not moving. Even on the console front, and this product is not moving. Now, it could be selling digitally, sure, right? But from the physical perspective, it's not. It's not at all. Best Buy's like, somebody, please buy this shit. Please, for the love of God. So, yeah, pretty funny. No Hearts Left says, I would rather play a gooder game than play Black Ops 7. I gotta be honest, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right. Guys, if you are a League of Legends fan, or if you played League of Legends in the past like I did, many moons ago, I was really into it. Apparently, Riot Games is planning a major overhaul of League of Legends, and it's reportedly going to be coming out in 2027. They said once we're done, it should be the best time ever to get your friends into League of Legends. So apparently, Riot is doing all of this to attract new players to its ever-aging MOBA, which stands for Massive Online Battle Arena or something like Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. There you go. Not massive. Sorry. So I played League of Legends ages ago, like long time ago. Was super into it. Loved the game. But after a while, it just slowly became ridiculous. You know, they're constantly adding new champions. You constantly have to adjust. And I mean, that's great for the freshness of the game. But overall, they were always nerfing things. They were very famous for nerfing the shit out of some of the more fun characters and making them essentially just boring to play. But to see the overhaul, obviously there's no pictures, screenshots, video, anything of the overhaul, but I would be very curious to see what they're going to do. I would be very curious to see how they're actually going to change the game, because here's the thing. As much as I don't play League of Legends anymore, League of Legends is still by far one of the most popular video games out there, and it has a massive esports following. A massive esports following. I mean, the amount of money they spend on what do you call it? On competitions is crazy, right? So I can't deny that the game is highly played by a lot of people. So with that also comes a level of risk. How much are you going to change the game? And if you change the game that much, are you risking alienating the current players who like the game while you're chasing other new players, you know? So I don't know. I'd be very, very, very curious to see what's going to happen with this. But once we know more information, obviously we will talk about it. But League of Legends has been around for about 16 years. You could have started playing before the COVID-19 pandemic and still had 10 years behind the real veterans. 16 years this game has been out, guys. Think about that. 16 fucking years. That's a long time. Riot versus Blizzard balancing who is worse? Ooh, that's tough. Are we talking OG Blizzard? That's tough. See, okay, so I would say Riot overcorrects and they make things really boring. Blizzard undercorrects. At least OG Blizzard. They'll fucking release something and XYZ class will be broken for like 3 months and then they'll finally fix it. Which could be fun for the people who are actually playing those classes, but also wasn't fun for the people that had to go against those classes in PvP. So it all depends who was on the receiving end. But I think they're both pretty fucking terrible. They both have a reputation for really bad balancing, you know? So it just depends who you ask. All right, that's it for that. We got Epic apparently has humiliated another Fortnite player. And I remember covering this a couple of months ago where they humiliated the shit out of a Fortnite cheater or fraudster or whatever. And now apparently they've done it again. Let's scroll down. Let me see. Epic took action against Strzok in February, claiming that he takes control of other players' Epic Games account through fraud, including by trying to fake out the Epic support team. Strzok sold hundreds of stolen accounts through a channel on Telegram, Epic alleged, earning himself thousands of dollars in profits in the process. All of that is a violation of Epic's EULA, of course, and after months of the legal process doing what it does, the now familiar outcome occurred. Strzok ate it. He said the following, and I'm assuming this has all got to be part of a settlement. I would like to apologize to the Fortnite community for wrongfully obtaining access to and selling Epic Games accounts that belong to others. Strzok wrote on X, this is against Epic's rules. Epic took legal action against me, and I am banned from playing Fortnite again. I also have to pay a monetary settlement that Epic will donate to charity. Oh my God, dude. Holy shit, man. You know, it's interesting how, I will say this, it's interesting how a lot of these companies are really cracking down on cheaters now, or cracking down on people that are you know, hackers overall. They're really cracking down on this shit now compared to previous times. Like they're really on it now. They're really, really on it. So, and I wonder if the people who he got access to their accounts, I wonder if they're going to get anything from this, right? Because don't they deserve some compensation? He fucked them over, right? So I don't know. I find this to be interesting. But it's pretty obvious that they made him say this as part of a settlement. So there's that. Epic didn't say how much Strzok agreed to pay in the settlement, and I do hope it's not too much. I'm all for the ritual humiliation of cocky idiots, but hanging someone with a debt they can never pay is another matter entirely. That just sucks all the fun out of it. So you want him to be hung out to dry, but you don't want him to be hung out to dry and have to owe them money? That's an interesting take for sure, I guess. So that's basically it for that one. Let's see here. We got, oh, guys, I might do a dedicated video on this, but I'm going to give you a little bit of sneak peek, okay? But if I do a dedicated video, you have to click it, goddammit. Click it, show it some love. You know how it goes. Remember how we were talking about Marathon the other day? And we were talking about whether or not the art director actually left the company after the whole debacle went down. And some people were saying that he was fired, but I really couldn't find any proof of that. Well, apparently now it's been confirmed after the reveal of the upcoming Marathon trailer. It's been confirmed that 3 months before the launch of Marathon, the art director Joseph Cross has departed from Bungie and says, I'm incredibly proud of the visual world that we built. Cross said that leaving the studio was in fact his decision. Now, whether or not you want to believe that, I'm going to leave that up to you. All right, I'm going to leave that up to you. I don't personally believe it. I think what it was is that they held him. They held him until everything was settled with the artist that he stole from, or that they stole from. And then they were like, all right, we don't need you anymore. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out with some sort of dignity left. You know what I mean? That's what I think really happened here. I don't think it's anything else other than that. But, you know, he could say otherwise. It's fine. I'm just telling you my own personal opinion, just from an outsider looking in. This is 100% a forced resignation situation. They probably told him, like, listen, you can either leave or everybody can find out that we fired you. The choice is yours. You know what I mean? That makes sense? So now, if you guys don't know who Joseph Cross is or don't remember who Joseph Cross is, I will remind you who Joseph Cross is. He's the one who had the infamous I'm tired picture. And I will show it to you right now. Hold on. Pretty sure I could Google it. Yeah, here we go. Remember this?
Holy shit.
Oh man, this has to be probably like the most painful live stream that I think I've ever witnessed personally. Whenever I saw like having to see them come out and make a statement against this, bro, you could clearly see this guy did not want to do this. You can clearly see he did not want to go on that live stream. He did not want to fucking say anything about this entire situation. But they made him do it anyway. They were like, you're going to go out there and you're going to explain what the fuck happened. And then we're going to go into hiding and then we're going to remake this game. You know, shout out to the Lurker Supreme who has this guy as a profile picture, which is pretty hilarious. Old Man Cad says, I will say this as a playtester for Marathon. Do not waste your money on the game. Wait for a clearance sale. Oof. That's bad. That's bad. Also, keep in mind, guys, I don't believe this is the only one that's left the studio recently. Everybody's getting out of Dodge. Everybody's getting out of Dodge, right? So Joseph Cross left the company. Let me bring back up the article really quick. Hold on while I search for the other one. Joseph Cross left the company. If you scroll down, it says right here, I'm incredibly proud of the visual world that we built for Marathon, which, by the way, keep in mind, the visual world that they built was based off of stolen artist work. So he can say this now because they paid the artist and the artist is not legally allowed to say anything about it. But you know for a fact they would have never said this if this happened before the artist got paid. You know that for a fact. Getting support at this scale for something a bit different is rare, and the art team at Bungie is the best in the business. Cross said in an X post published early this morning. I'll be enjoying playing the game as a fan with all of you. Massive thank you to everyone who has supported through all of it. So again, guys, I'm going to break this down probably in like a dedicated video because there's a lot more to talk about regarding Marathon and the new trailer and everything, you know, about that game. So stick around for that video. But yeah, this thing is an absolute joke, and I'm honestly I'm not surprised that this guy left. I thought he had already left. I really did. I thought he had quit already or was fired already. That's what I understood about the situation, especially since looking at the trailer, which we did, by the way. When you looked at the trailer, you realized that they had a new art director there. So that's what I was like, okay, so they got rid of the guy. That's what I thought. I thought they did it quietly. But apparently not. Apparently not. So he stepped down willingly, according to him. But again, I don't think it was willingly at all. Really quick for you fans of Ark 2 has been officially announced, which was kind of shocking. It kind of came out of nowhere. I saw it on Twitter. Jeff Keighley posted about it. Ark 2 is now set to come out in 2028, and it may not have as much Vin Diesel as we were expecting. After years of delays, his involvement is an open-ended question. Oof. Ugh.
Holy shit.
This picture's rough, man. I'm not gonna lie, this picture's rough. R2 was revealed almost exactly 5 years ago in 2020 with a lengthy cinematic trailer starring, for reasons I still don't understand, Vin Diesel. It was initially expected to come out in 23, but then at the end of 24, but then by 25, in the year that's about to end, we were reduced to promises that, yes, it's still happening. The most recent release target we had for Ark 2 is in 2027 if all goes to plan. All did not go to plan, and Studio Wildcard is now aiming to get Ark 2 out the door sometime in 2028, according to an Epic Games report. This game is dead. This game is dead. That's basically it. This game is dead. This game, bro. This game was supposed to come out in 2023. It is now 2025. You planned it for 2027. And now you're admitting that it can't even happen in 2027. And now you're aiming for 2028. This is why you should never announce your game so fucking early. People need to stop announcing games 4 to 5 years ahead of time. All you're going to do is set up for disappointment. Unless you are absolutely certain that you could get this game out within a year, don't fucking announce it. Because then people are just going to make fun of you. Or they're going to be disappointed if they were actually excited for this game. He said, that's our intention. One of the things we're doing about Ark 2 was that we felt we had to learn a lot more about how to make the kind of game we wanted to do. And to do it in kind of phases, learning about both the technology and the mechanics seemed to us safer than this to try to go and release a whole standalone product called Ark 2. Yeah, I don't know, bro. At this point, I think that this game is absolutely dead. Absolutely dead. But I guess we'll find out more as time goes on. What the fuck? Immigrant Beaver with a 2. Hypnotic cloning facility for all of your army needs. You opened up a cloning facility? What? No way. Adair Salto with a 2. Divinity Original price. I'm sorry, Divinity Original since 2. $15 on PS5 discount. That's a good deal. King of the Monsters for $189. Another 2. Nice. Scene GG with a 222 says, "Hi all, this is just for Sonya." Thank you, Scene. I appreciate that. King of the Monsters with 189. 2 plus 2 equals 21. Hashtag MCG. If you know, you know. Thank you, King of the Monsters. I appreciate that. Let me see. All right, Rumble, we're caught up. All right, let's get into the next one. You guys ready for this? Exodus. Exodus, ladies and gentlemen. This is an interesting story here. So less than a week after dropping the big trailer at the Game Awards for Exodus, remember, like we love. Well, I'm not gonna say we. I'm not gonna talk for you guys. I liked Exodus. I thought it looked pretty good. After dropping that trailer, the Exodus studio head James Olin has stepped down because he felt that his work on the game was complete. That is suspicious. I'm sorry. Does anybody find that to be highly suspect? If you're the studio head, that's a red flag. Oh, yeah, that's a big red flag. If you're the studio head, right, and the game's not finished, then why would you feel like the work on the game was complete from your end? That is highly suspicious. And the game is set to come out in 2027, by the way. So we're still a year to 2 years out from this game. The change comes as what appears to be a shakeup of gaming efforts at Hasbro, which is where we're really going to dive into this, which has brought in industry veteran Paul Della Bita to head up Wizards of the Coast Digital Ventures divisions. Della Bita spent 10 years across 2 stints at Blizzard, as well as 2 years as general manager of Riot Games in North America. More recently, he was a co-founder of Dreamhaven, the developer and publisher headed up by former Blizzard co-founder Mike Morhaime. There is so many bad things happening here. There is so many bad things happening here. It's not even funny. So I think he got pushed out. But it's the departure of Olin that strikes me as the most notable development here, at least from a gamer's perspective. A 22-year-old BioWare veteran with lead design and director credits on everything from the original Baldur's Gate to Anthem, Olin took the wheel of the then unnamed new development studio at Wizards of the Coast in 2019, and Exodus, the studio's first project, was revealed at the Game Awards in 23, but just 2 years later, he's out. Yeah, it's called Hostile Takeover. That's what it is. It's called Hostile Takeover. It's called Hasbro either wants to do layoffs, or they want to hire someone cheaper, or they want to hire someone they feel like is better, whatever the case may be. Now that the majority of the work is done in the video game and the rest is seeing it through, now they want to get rid of the top dog and they want to bring in someone else. I don't know, man. I got to be real with you. As somebody who is excited about this game, I find it to be extremely concerning. I do. I find it to be extremely concerning, especially this is somebody who's coming from Blizzard and Riot Games. You had the opportunity to have someone from OG BioWare who worked on some of the best RPGs initially, except for Anthem, by the way. We don't talk about Anthem. But he was a veteran in the RPG scene, and you're choosing to give him up for somebody who worked at Riot Games and Blizzard. I'm thinking that's weird. I'm thinking something is up with that. So my interest for Exodus just went into a wait and see category because something is highly suspicious going on here, in my opinion. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and take that for whatever you may think is happening, because I don't know what's happening. Adair Soto with a 5. Now that we've got Beavers cloning at this point, we're already into the Warhammer universe Hypnotic of the Lord story. Is that what we're in right now? Interesting. Mikey with a 223. Sonya is complaining about the 2s. Carry on. Is she complaining about the 2s? She always complains about the 2s. Always. Why am I not surprised? King of the Monsters with a 189. Another 2. Mic drop. They're all doing it to piss off Sonya. Odin Dark for a 222 for Sonya. Mikey with a 236. Also, she says she loves black feet. Bad Sonya. Oh, that's why she's such good friends with New Blackstreet. That makes a lot of sense. Scene with 9 months drops in titties. King of the Monsters with 189. Snickers upside down. Ahem, ma'am. Wow. Nice. Raptor Kratos with a 2. Exodus is dead on arrival. I don't know if it's dead on arrival. But I think that, again, we need to be a little bit concerned about the fact that they're getting rid of an RPG veteran for somebody who is not an RPG veteran in a video game that's supposed to be an RPG. It's a little bit concerning. That's all. Mikey with a 201. She said, big, black, and bold. Hi, Sonya. Wow. And then we got Angmar with a 211. Says, for Sonya. And then we got King of the Monsters for a 189 for the Snickers. Wow. Interesting. All right. We're caught up on everything with all those $2 crazy super chats. Now we're going to talk about the Sony lawsuit. Okay. Here's a follow-up story, and this is going to be my final one on it because at this point, there's not much to really say. So you guys remember how Sony was suing Tencent because Sony said that Lida Moridum, Tencent's upcoming free-to-play video game, was stealing their Horizon IP, right? Basically infringing on their copyright, their trademark, whatever. So it was going back and forth. And a couple of months ago, maybe like 1 or 2 months ago, we talked about how they were opening discussions up to a potential settlement. And I said that this was never going to see the light of day of a courtroom because these companies don't care about going into a courtroom. They only care about making their point across any way they can. And 99.9% of the time, it's going to be with a settlement. That's how most lawsuits end, in a settlement of some case that either makes both sides happy or both sides unhappy. That's usually how it goes. Now, I don't know which way that is with this one, but it says that the Horizon-like survival game, Light of Boredom, has disappeared from the Steam and Epic Store after Tencent has reached a confidential settlement with Sony. So that is it. That is the end of this story. They have settled with Sony. It is over. We don't know what they settled for. We don't know what the terms of the settlement are. All we know is that Light of Boredom right now is completely gone from the Steam and Epic Store page. And the settlement is official. So that leads me to believe that Sony got what they wanted to some extent. And chances are that Tencent is probably redoing the game to try to avoid any further legal repercussions. Most likely. Right? That's probably what's going on here. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring this game back, probably under a different name and different visuals. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting situation that's going on with this. So this is going to be the last bit that I ever will probably hear about this lawsuit unless something else comes out. But as of right now, it looks like Sony won and Tencent lost. Or at least Sony won more and Tencent won less. Whatever the case may be. We got Scene for it too. I heard Sonya likes wood nuts and cider. What the fuck? Old Man Cat with a 222. Sonya changed my name on the old Discord. So mean. Shame. Shame, Sonya. Why would you do that to Old Man Cat? All right. Now it's time for the major topics of the evening. First topic of the evening, we are going to talk about Naughty Dog. So Naughty Dog is apparently hitting their developers with mandatory overtime. Mandatory overtime to finish an internal demo for its upcoming sci-fi game, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. So this game has been in the works for a while now, but apparently the game is nowhere near where it needs to be in order to produce a demo where now they're requiring mandatory overtime, 60 plus hours a week, or right at 60 hours a week in order to just finish a demo. A demo, not even like the actual game, but finish a demo. Like, how much have these guys been slacking off that they haven't even been able to finish a demo by now? It's so interesting to me. After years of being accepted as just how things are done, Crunch working horrifically long hours for weeks or months at a stretch in order to meet an arbitrary deadline set by an executive who's probably still going home on time every night is now widely frowned upon in the video game industry. But it also seems to be awfully hard to do away with. A new Bloomberg reports that Naughty Dog has been pushing employees to work at least 8 extra hours per week since late October in order to finish an internal demo of its upcoming game, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. It sounds like things have not been going especially smoothly behind the scenes. The Bloomberg report says that Naughty Dog has missed multiple internal deadlines on Intergalactic. And this push is an attempt to get the game back on schedule. Gee, I wonder why that is. So you mean to tell me when you hire a bunch of employees that take their job as a joke and you have to meet certain deadlines and you miss multiple deadlines, you mean to tell me that eventually a studio who's in charge of all this is going to crack down and say, you know what, we got to actually do some work here? And now we all got to do crunch because of it? I'm going to tell it to you like this. If you guys are complaining about crunch, it seems like you had all the time in the world, but because you missed multiple deadlines for whatever that reason may be, and you're the only ones that really know why that is, it looks like you got to crunch now. You know, that's kind of your fault. That's kind of your fault. The report says that they missed multiple deadlines, and that employees were reportedly told not to work more than 60 hours per week, and were also ordered to return to the office for 5 days a week rather than 3 days a week that was previously permitted. Wow. Oh, so you mean, oh, guys, oh my God. Listen, I know people love remote work, and that's perfectly fine. If you could be productive while working remotely, great. Not everybody can do that, though. And I feel like this is evidence of that. This is evidence of that. It's obviously not the only thing, but it's a combination of things. So these people were working remotely for the majority of their work week. They only had to go to the office 3 days a week, but they could work remotely for the rest of the week. But now they're being told, nope, you got to come back now. 5 days a week, you got to come back. And they're probably melting down about that more than anything else. I guarantee you they're melting down about having to go back to the office versus actually having to crunch. I have to imagine. I really do. So interesting to me, man. The report says that the mandated overtime and office days actually ended this week for most staff as the internal demo is being finalized. Yay, congratulations. But with the full game expected to be out sometime in 2027, some employees are reportedly worried that mandated crunch will get even worse down the road. Well, if you're worried about it getting worse down the road, maybe you should focus while you're at work instead of talking about your pronouns or something like that. You know? You guys have a year plus before this game is going to come out. If you buckle down and get to work, you could have met your deadlines. Interesting. And again, guys, keep in mind, this is not the first time Naughty Dog has done this. They've done crunch before, which they reference here for The Last of Us 2. So, not very surprising. So, that's it for the Naughty Dog story. At this point, I honestly can't wait to see the Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet demo. I can't wait to see it for a content perspective. But, you know, a lot of people are talking about whether or not they believe that things are changing. Like, is Naughty Dog changing things in the game in order to adjust for the backlash that the game has? And I'm telling you right now, no. No. I don't believe that in the slightest. I don't believe that this crunch has anything to do with changing anything. I don't think they're changing the story. I don't think they're changing the setting. And I damn sure don't think they're changing the character. They're changing nothing. This crunch is only happening because they are fucking lazy. I'm telling you, these are like day in the life kind of lazy, right? Those kind of videos we talked about early in the stream. This crunch is happening because at some point, these lazy motherfuckers have to realize that they actually do have to work. That they do have a company that they have to work for. Like, they do have deadlines that they have to meet. And they can't just keep missing deadlines and expecting everything to be okay. That's just not going to happen. So this has nothing to do with them changing a single thing. They're going to be going straight in with this stuff. So it is what it is. We got Mikey with a 5. By the way, everyone call in now and get the Hypno P beads and Smash JT beads 6969. Thank you, Mikey. I appreciate that. Immigrant Beaver with a 2. Stay away from America, UK hippies, bad hippies. Bro, what? You're fighting with the UK now? Come on, man. Odin Dark with a 2. Intergalactic, the bankrupted prophets. I don't think they're going to be bankrupted. I've always said that. I think that when it comes to Naughty Dog is like one of the ultimate shill studios that all these people love to just, they salivate, right? Like, they salivate at the idea of buying a Naughty Dog game because it only comes around once in a blue moon, because they just want to keep reselling you the same fucking game for like multiple generations. So all the shills on social media, on Twitter, on YouTube, they love the idea of gaining access to anything Naughty Dog related. So I think that there's going to be enough people out there that are going to support this game to the extent of it looking like it's a success. But I also got to imagine that this game has a massive fucking budget. Like, we're not talking about a Sucker Punch Ghost of Yote style budget. We're talking about a typical AAA game industry budget, right? It could be 150, 200, 250 million dollars. I got to imagine not only that, the advertising is going to be massive. I mean, for fuck's sakes, they got a literal flying Porsche in the trailer. They paid Porsche to product place in the trailer. Of course, they're spending a lot of money on this, right? So, but I do think that they're going to have a lot of people that are going to be supporting them, because a lot of those people that are shills, they only ever usually buy like 2 or 3 games a year. So they make sure that it's always like the big release, the one that they really want to like actually play and support. So we got Odin Dark with a 2. I already read that one. Immigrant Beaver with a 2. No tech company has to worry again ever. Did you lock up fucking Starmer? Is that Starmer? I can't tell. Did you lock him up in the UK? Bro, what? He's at war with the entire world. Would it be Porsche paying them? I don't know. Maybe. It depends. It depends, because I feel like I can't imagine a world where Porsche is like, hey, we want to have our name on a flying vehicle in your video game. I can't imagine anybody saying that. But I can imagine somebody at Naughty Dog saying, you know what would be really cool? If we could tie this to real world aspects and our ship, maybe we could make it a Porsche. Let's reach out to Porsche and see if they will be interested in working with us. You know what I mean? I think that's more likely scenario. I don't think Porsche would reach out to them and be like, hey, make this ship into a Porsche. I think that was just their idea. You know, I think that was just their idea personally. And then they have to like ask permission to use it, or maybe pay them for permission to use it. Because yes, I know like product placement is usually paid for by the person who's placing the product. I get that. So like if you see a Pepsi can, usually means Pepsi paid for that to be there. I get that. But I just don't see a world where Porsche was like, hey, you got any flying vehicles that you want to put the Porsche name on? I don't know. I just don't like, how does that even correlate? How is that going to correlate to more sales for Porsche? I just don't see that conversation sparking in that direction, if that makes sense. But you never know. You never know. I feel like this crunch is laziness, but also they're trying to make this as a movie within the video game. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Scooby Pup with a 5. Konami is nasty when they do crunch work, making employees cry and even smacking them or forcing them to apologize for being slow. Good. Good. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What are they? What are they, like the Japanese school teachers that would beat your hand with a fucking ruler stick or something? Like, are they going with that kind of old school mentality? Like, get to work, slave. You know, like what's going on there, Konami? Those pachinko machines aren't making enough money. What's happening there? All right, that's it for the Naughty Dog story. Let me X out of the Horizon story. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. So, here we go. All right, big story, guys. Big story. Big story. And I want you guys to understand that that we're about to talk about is not just specific to PlayStation 5. It's not just specific to PlayStation 5, because they're going to be utilizing this technology across multiple platforms. Okay? Multiple platforms. Mikey with a 5. I'm confused. Most of these people here play mainstream games, so why complain about bad games when they play bad games? Lol, nerds. No, a lot of people from what I see on my friends list, they're not playing mainstream games, man. A lot of the Big Army people have me on my friends list, and they absolutely are playing other games. I see a lot of people playing Ball X Pit. A lot, by the way. But I appreciate it, Mikey. Okay, so let's talk about this. If you guys missed it, Sony is apparently launching an AI censorship tool for PS5, Xbox, and Nintendo consoles. So they're not even just targeting their own home screen. They're targeting other consoles as well. Sony has been busy over recent months by implementing a series of changes aimed at both making the PlayStation 5 better as well as testing the waters for the PlayStation 6. With the gaming technology forever evolving, the major companies have to keep up with the demand, and with AI being more and more popular, despite criticism over the use of generative AI, Sony has officially patented an AI censorship tool aimed at the PS5 and PS6. Documents add that the technology is going to be a focus for other rival consoles, including Microsoft and Nintendo Switch. Aimed at making any game child-friendly, the tool will be fully automated and tailored to specific users based on what they would and would not like to see in upcoming game releases. Now, again, I don't know if this is something that the user has full control over. I don't know if this is something that they're going to choose at a whim, depending on. So, like, what? Let's say you're I don't know. Let's say you're an adult, right? And you have your own PlayStation profile, and let's say you play mostly cozy games that would be considered for, I guess kids or whatever, like just cozy games. Does that mean that if you have that account that you're playing cozy games on, and all of a sudden you decide you want to play Grand Theft Auto, are you going to be censored from seeing what's in Grand Theft Auto? It just seems highly weird to me, no? Why do you have to make any game child-friendly? We have an ESRB rating system. Why do we have an ESRB rating system if you're not even going to fucking utilize the ESRB rating system? Or even worse, you're going to overreach past the ESRB rating system and you're going to say, nope, well, we're just going to make everything child-friendly, if the person wants to see that. Is it they want to see that, or is it you're going to do it anyway? Well, let's find out. So, filed by Sony Interactive on December 9th, the patent reveals that the process will be able to detect and access a game's audio and video, and in turn, will be able to provide censorship. This can include anything and everything from muting slurs to blurring gore and nudity, and in turn, the censored audio and video can be muted or hidden entirely or even replaced with deepfake AI technology so that you will hear or see something different altogether. Artificial intelligence models are disclosed to customize audio video content, such as video game content, based on user-provided content filtering parameters. The official patent description reads. So it seems like this is going to be user-led, meaning that they're going to leave it up to you, the user, to decide whether or not you want this technology to work in any sort of way. But, bro, this is fucking insanity, bro. Like, at this point, who would this be for? That's my question. Who is this going to be for? Because let me give you an example. Let's say you have Metal Gear Solid and your child is playing Metal Gear Solid. You bought them Metal Gear Solid. You decided to buy them that video game. So why would you then decide to want to censor content when you bought them that kind of video game? What is the purpose of this? I'm going to tell you right now, there is no purpose to this that is relevant to what they're talking about. This purpose is going to go well beyond the PlayStation. This purpose, this censorship tool that's patented, I honestly think that Sony is going to try to sell this material and sell this this censorship tool to other people that want to use it for other means. That's what I really think is going to happen. I think Sony is patenting this so they can sell this product to other people. They want to utilize a censorship tool in other ways that are more egregious, in my opinion. Because they could be releasing it on their platform, but if it's user opted, then there's literally no point to this because nobody's going to want this. Nobody's going to say, "Hey, yeah, let's censor everything that I just bought." No, they bought the fucking game knowing what it is. Now, there could be a couple of things, for example, right? Maybe somebody doesn't like to see titties. That's a little bit weird, but maybe they don't want to see titties. But they're somehow okay with people's heads getting cut off, right? Maybe they're okay with violence and maybe they're okay with gore, right? So maybe you bought a video game that has all of that in it, but you only want to get rid of the titties. I am sure there's going to be a way for you to just strictly check off nudity, right? So maybe that could be a thing. But At the end of the day, I just don't understand who this is for and who this is going to benefit. I don't see it. Because if adult content is such a problem, then why are the adults buying the adult content? And if it's about the kids playing it, well, why are the adults buying the games for kids? It just doesn't make any sense. This is going to be the beginning of an overreach. I'm telling you right now. That is my gut feeling. That is my sneaking suspicion. They are going to absolutely be pushing this in some other way. It's not going to be about PlayStation. It's going to be pushed in some other way. And we just don't see it yet. Here's an example. Warning, potential curse words ahead. Speak or imply the ones you want to block. Potentially objectionable content ahead. PG-13. Proceed. Set custom content parameters. Bro, what the fuck is this? If it's successful, the AI technology will be able to detect any content that the user has specifically requested to censor with a second processor being implemented to obscure the selected content. PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo consoles would benefit from this technology, as Sony notes that the patent will work on most major computer ecosystems. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is, boys. There it is. It's going to work on most major computer ecosystems. Bro, it's literally what I'm saying they're going to do. They're going to start off with the consoles. But they're absolutely going to sell this to other companies that want to utilize this to censor content completely. As a result, some major upcoming AAA releases could give users the choice to censor adult language, nudity, gore, alcohol use, scenes of sexual nature, and more. If you need that stuff censored, you should not be buying an M-rated game. If you're that much of a fucking vagina that you are buying an M-rated game and then you're complaining about everything that's M-rated in it, don't buy an M-rated game. Why are you buying an M-rated game then? This doesn't make any sense. Additionally, the patent reveals that players will be informed of upcoming content both ahead of the playback and during it. During this time, the AI will carry out the censorship based on your preference. So the game is going to detect the problematic content before it happens, and then it's going to pause the game and say, hey, little Timmy, are you feeling safe right now? Do you want us to make you feel a little bit more safer? Would you like us to censor these no-no words? Would you like us to censor these titties that are coming up? This is crazy shit, man. Then the user can choose whether to remove the content or replace the content. And with Sony stating that the technology is highly flexible, users are able to set their own parameters at will. For games such as Grand Theft Auto 6, it is hard to believe that any content will be accessible with this AI technology implemented. However, it's clear that Sony wishes to come up with a way to make every game playable and accessible to all ages. And this newly acquired patent could very much achieve that. There is no reason why you should be trying to sneak an M-rated game into the hands of children. You cannot make every game playable and accessible to all ages. That completely defeats the entire reason for the ESRB system. This is such a massive fucking overreach. It's not even funny. It is sincerely not even funny. If you don't want to see this content, then you do not buy said content. If you have a problem with said content, you do not buy said content. If the content is free to play and it happens to be mature rated, guess what you don't do? You don't download the said content. And you don't allow your child to download the said content. It just doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. This all seems like one massive fucking ruse in order to try their very best to push this in other avenues. That's what this seems like. So then there's another article going over what it might look like playing GTA 6 with the AI censorship tool. Using GTA 6 as an example, it should be pretty obvious why this tool is a poor idea. The Grand Theft Auto series has always been about pushing boundaries, and it's been welded into several conversations about the negative impact games can have on society. Level-headed individuals know games are just a bit of fun and aren't to be taken seriously, which is why Grand Theft Auto can get away with in-game strip clubs and copious amounts of murder. If you slap a load of censorship over GTA 6, how much of GTA 6 are you actually going to see by the time the tool has finished its work? Probably not much. Doesn't that somewhat defeat the point of the game? And if the customers has paid for the full GTA 6 experience, is it not damning to take a huge chunk of that experience away from them? Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. But they're going to say, well, it's optional. They're going to say you can opt in or you can opt out, which, again, I don't believe that. It might start off that way, but it's only a matter of time before they make some level of it mandatory. And they're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. This is so like, why are you? Why? Let me try to like understand this, okay? Why are you, as Sony, even bothering trying to develop this tool in the first place? Aren't you a video game, like PlayStation, a video game company? Shouldn't you guys be focusing on making hardware that's going to increase your graphics, your FPS, the backwards compatibility, whatever? Like, shouldn't you guys be focused on things that are actually going to increase the user experience for your customers? But instead, you're spending your time, your money, and your resources into trying to figure out how you can censor video games in real time? Why the fuck are you even doing that? It just seems like it seems as if this is a rich company that's like, wahaha, now we can figure out how to fuck people. It's insane, bro. I don't understand. I don't understand. Full Metal says user experience. Yeah, man. Like, try to better the user experience. Why don't you spend time adding features that people are asking for on the PlayStation 5 and the upcoming PlayStation 6 instead of spending money, time, and resources on figuring out how to censor video games? And then do it retroactively across all video games. Because keep in mind, the AI is going to be able to scan the video game before it happens. So it doesn't matter if it's an older game or a newer game. That means they're going to be able to censor older games too. Anything that is played through that processor can be censored. Anything. Not just newer games. So I don't know, man. This shit is weird. It's a weird thing to do. This year, consoles have started age verification processes to ensure its users are of the right age for its games. So what's the point of this if they're trying to make every single video game age-friendly? Do you guys see how all of these things that they're doing clearly is never meant to be the final thing? It's always just meant to push and push and push and push. If you are doing age verification to ensure that the person is the right age to play the game, and then you're saying that this new AI censorship technology is going to allow all video games to be played by all people, then what the fuck was the point of age verification? What the fuck was the point of people uploading their IDs to ensure that, like, what's the point of any of that? What's the point of any of that? When a child gets a PlayStation or Xbox for Christmas, what are the chances it's actually set up in their name and contact info? Almost never. Almost never. It's the fucking parents. It'll probably be under the parents, so chances are this AI tool won't deem censorship necessary unless it does an age check every time you boot up a game. But see, that's the thing. If you are, let's say you play cozy games. Like I said, let's say you play cozy games and you play mostly like games that have a child aesthetic. If you play video games that have a child aesthetic and they flag your account for being a child account, does that mean that this censorship tool gets put automatically and there's no way that you could get out of it unless you basically upload your information? This shit is just getting more and more ridiculous. It really is. It's getting more and more ridiculous. So the point is, like, are you guys a fucking video game company or are you a government entity? Because that's how you're acting. You guys are acting like a government entity that's out here trying to figure out how they could censor the next fucking election because they got felted on the last one. Like, what are we doing here? This is totally unnecessary. But they're going to keep going anyway. Here's the big question. This is when you know it's going to get fucked. If this censorship is implemented on PC too, modders will find a way to bypass it in a matter of days. So how useful is this actually going to be? Well, you can clearly see from the patent that they have the ability to do it on PC as well. They want to have the ability to run this on PC and to censor video games on PC as well. This might be started with consoles, but this is not going to end there. This is absolutely going to continue. I guarantee you it is going to continue. So I guess we'll follow up on this story. We don't really know too much about this outside of the patent filing, but we will follow up in this story and we will see what's going on here. But at this point, man, this is such a far overreach. It is not even funny when you have video game companies acting like government entities. This is like a whole nother level of ridiculous. So we'll see. No Hearts Left says Microsoft will put this in their operating system, which makes it impossible to get rid of. They very well might be. They very well might be. All right, well, let's continue. Let's get out of here, boys. Let's catch up on Super Chats. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to the Larian topic because, unfortunately, I'm going to have to close out stream soon. But most of the Larian stuff I've already covered over the last couple of days. It was only a couple of small things. It's just people being absolutely stupid. Oh, you know what? Here, I'll tell you this. So Larian did promise after all the backlash, really fast. I'll just tell you quickly. Larian did promise with all the backlash that they're apparently going to do an AMA to clear up Larian's use of generative AI, and that you're going to get the opportunity to ask them any question you have about Divinity and our development process directly. So they're going to be hosting a AMA stream where they're going to be taking questions live from people, and they're going to be answering exactly what they're doing with development regarding Divinity. So they're going to be so open-ended about this, more than they ever have to be, because these gaming media journalists are out here trying to pretend like they're so offended by this. Like they're so upset over the whole AI thing. I got to imagine, though, it's going to be a little bit interesting because keep in mind that person that gave out that allegation against them, you know, it hasn't been addressed. And it's only a matter of time. Like, how do you say some shit like that and then it just doesn't get addressed, right? Like they accused Larian of having people perform sexual assault at their studio. I would sue the shit out of that guy. Straight up. If I was Larian Studios, I would sue the fuck out of whoever that dude that said that they did sexual assault at Larian Studios, all because they're mad. They're mad about AI. So I don't know. We'll find out, but I look forward to this live stream. I can't wait to see what comes of it. We got Immigrant Beaver with a 2. Fight well, fought for freedom of speech, no censors. Is that Elon Musk? Is that Elon Musk with the beaver? Bro, that's crazy. Scooby Pup with a 2. Happy holidays, Sonia. My dear Chica. Shout out to Scooby Pup. We got Real GDR with a 2. I would like to block all LGBTQ games. But you know what's funny? They probably won't give you the option to do that. How much you want to bet? They won't give you the option to block anything else, but they'll give you the option to block gore and nudity and violence. GDR with a 5. It won't be long before what we type and what actually gets sent in a post or a message is different than what we want to say. God, can you imagine AI altering your message in real time before it gets sent to your friend or to whoever? That'll be insane. GDR with a 5. They want complete control over people's lives. Becoming Amish is looking better and better every day. True. And then we got Michaela with a 5. I think it's been passed off as child safety. Fuck Sony, leave me alone and go away. I'll keep pirating games over and over and over again. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, are you a video game company or are you a government entity? Because you sure are acting like the second one. It's becoming a little bit ridiculous, but, you know, it is what it is at this point. We're gonna follow up on that story. All right, boys, listen, if you guys have not seen my video today, I'm going to link it right now in the chat. We are currently at almost 109,100 subscribers. This video is doing fairly well today. I released it a little bit late, so I apologize for that. But it's doing fairly well. Please, if you haven't seen this video, it's about Code Violet. Code Violet is that upcoming video game that is like... They say they're trying to say it's like Dino Crisis, spiritual successor to Dino Crisis. But there's a lot of controversy surrounding this video game. This is the game that they said will not release on PC because they don't want Gooner mods for their main characters and because they respect their voice actors and all that shit. Meanwhile, they released a trailer showcasing deluxe edition skins for their main character that is basically massive levels of thottery, like true whoredom. And it goes to show that they just want to profit from the skins. They don't want people to be able to make them themselves. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check that out. I'm going to link it in the chat for those of you that are not going to stick around for the Waifu Battle. Sonia says we are $16.65 away from tier 1. That's not bad. That's not bad. Maybe we could get past tier 1 going into the waifu battle. We'll see how that goes. But again, if you guys are not going to stick around for the waifu battle, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out in the stream today. This was a lot of fun. We covered a lot of topics. We looked at a lot of video games. And as always, stay tuned for the next one. Saturday Night Hypnosis tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss it. We're going to hang out with the panel, cover everything that's happening throughout the week. It's been a lot. A lot of shit has been going on. So definitely come hang out tomorrow for the panel show. And that's it, boys. That's it. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys on the next one who are not going to stick around. But in the meantime, let's get into the waifu battle, because I got an interesting one. We're bringing back a legend. Let's go. All right, boys. Waifu battle is here. Now, if you guys missed the last waifu battle, we had a little bit of a felting. I thought Mikasa would be able to actually fight against Risha Mao, but apparently that is not the case. And the current waifu battle champion is still none other than the legendary Risha Mao. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely legendary. Whoa, look at these two fucking legends, man. U of Omega, what a 5 membership banger.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to U of Omega helping us to get to tier 1. Shout out to you, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is legendary. And then also helping us get to tier 1, Hickory Excalibur with a 1665. He says, say less. Here's tier 2. It's not tier 2, it's tier 1. But I appreciate that. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. Shout out to Hickory Excalibur. Thank you so much, man, for the 1665. What an interesting number. Thank you so much. All right. Let's go over the rules of engagement. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count to a particular waifu, but the only way they're going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It does not matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the waifu, you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2, you could vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion, who is Risha Mao, or you could vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? I know we don't understand the rules. I absolutely know that we don't. All right, boys, listen. Today's challenger, it's going to be an interesting one, okay? She hasn't been in the waifu battle for a little while now. Shout out to Immigrant Beaver with the 2. Take down the UK, get a free truck. I like it. This motherfucker got a Cybertruck. A Cybertruck right before the waifu battle. A Cybertruck. That's insane. This waifu is a legend, and I've wanted to bring her back for a while, just haven't been able to. So let's see if she can take down Risha Mao once and for all. Let's find out. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against Risha Mao is going to be none other than the one and the only legendary Emma Frost. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Risha Mao or is it going to be Emma Frost? The names are on the bottom. The names are on the bottom. We got Deadeye's Lock with a 2, says Risha Mao. My ninjutsu so unparalleled, even Yuffie can't tell which one of me is a shadow clone. Nice. Nice one. Deadeye's Lock with a 2 says Emma Thick Thighs Frost. Let's fucking go. Yes, she is. She is thick thighs saves lives for sure. Hickory Excalibur with a $30 banger. 10 for the champ, 20 for the challenger. I need you to edit that with names, man. It doesn't count. I saw what you did there. You tried to get it in early. We got to get some names in there, though, man. That's the rules. That's the rules. You could do it with a $2 fixed super chat. Do 10 for Risha Mao, 20 for Emma Frost. Shout out to Hickory Excalibur with a $30 banger. And then we got Ali Kusanagi with a 10 for Emma Frost. Let's go, baby. Now we're fighting. Now we're fighting. Risha Mao's in trouble. Kaylin with a 2. Emma Frost. Love my blondes. You love to see it. Thank you, Kaylin. Crash Collins over on Rumble with the 5 says Emma Frost. Thank you, Crash Collins. I appreciate that very much. Very much. We got Beautiful Zexo with a 5 says Risha Mao. Thank you, Beautiful Zexo. I appreciate that. Hickory Excalibur with a 20. Emma Frost. It's snowing outside, y'all. So guess where I'm going. So that super chat's going entirely to Emma Frost. It's going entirely to Emma Frost. Shout out to Hickory Excalibur with the 20. I appreciate that. Fucking legendary. Biotee Wolf. 19 with a 10 for Risha Mao. How did I figure Biotee Wolf was going to be voting for Risha Mao? Although Emma Frost has a nice lead right now. Nice lead. Dragon with a 5 says Emma Frost with the diamond skin. Specifically with the diamond skin. I know you like that. The impenetrable. Shout out to you. Hickory Excalibur just did another 30. Oh my God, bro. Not only did he fix his earlier super chat, but he just double dipped on it. So that means that is $20 for Risha Mao and $40 for Emma Frost. Mods, do we have that? Do we have that tracked? That made it $20 for Risha Mao and $40 for Emma Frost, and then another 20 for Emma Frost on this one. So 60 from Hickory Excalibur for Emma Frost. Damn. Risha Mao's in trouble, baby. You love to see it. Alucard with a 2. Emma Frost, thick thighs, save mutant lives. They sure do. They sure do. Shout out to Alucard. Thank you so much for the 2, my man. I appreciate that. Deco Leader says, my Pepsi froze. What the fuck? No way. But wouldn't you like that, though, if she did that? It all depends on who does it, right? And then we got Radoka with a 237 for Emma Frost. Shout out to Radoka. Thank you so much for that, brother. I appreciate that. All right, Emma Frost coming off screen. And now it's time to bring out the current Waifu Battle champion, Risha Mao. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Risha Mao or is it going to be Emma Frost with the thickest diamond thighs you've ever seen? Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out. This can go either way. Either way. But right now, Emma Frost has a pretty big lead. So we'll see how this goes. Too cute. This can go either way. We got the Immigrant Beaver with a 2 says 123 for Emma Frost. The rest 77 cents to Risha Mao. That's going to be really difficult to break down for the mods. They're going to have to convert that to USD. Yamato's calling in the towel. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is she from? The Trails series. She's from the Trail series. Yamato's throwing in the towel. He's throwing in the towel. He says, oh, well, it's been fun, Risha. That's it. Throwing in the towel. Game over. Game over. Risha is cooked, according to Yamato. Are the other Risha fans giving up too? Are they going to give up too? Is that it? Did Emma Frost completely destroy Risha Mao? That's going to be a pretty big upset. You call BS? I don't know. Ron DFK says, sure. Radoka says, sure. Nobody believes you, Yamato. Everybody's calling sus meter on that, Yamato. Nobody believes you. That's it. This picture took away Risha's assets. No, it didn't. She stacked up top, and look at her thunder thighs, bro. No, it didn't. Not at all. Risha looks too young? Really? Why is there always that one person that does that? Why is it a thing? You would have some people that would try to be like, this is a lolly character. It's so disingenuous. We don't show that here, number one. And number two, these are all false age check verified. Every single waifu before they end up in the waifu battle. So people, the face is a typical anime face. There's nothing specific about that face other than it's an anime face. Like literally even the males have faces like this sometimes. Risha's 21 in the games. I know that. But again, it's like Hypno making a rule. This is bullshit. Immigrant Beaver's trolling you, Sonia. I don't know what to tell you. 116 for Risha and 84 cents to Emma. Come on, Immigrant Beaver. Be nice to the mods, man. Be nice to the mods. Oh my God. All right, boys. Risha Mao's coming off screen. She's coming off screen. I wonder if any of these people who complain about the look of like anime characters, I almost wonder if they've ever seen a petite woman in their life. I feel like they would go to the petite women in real life and they'd be like, oh my God, you look like a child. Do you know how insulting that would be? That would be really insulting. Anyway, final countdown. This can go to literally anybody, although Emma Frost has a massive lead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That is it.
The Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
The last super chat that is going to count is Ron DFK with a 2 for Risha Mao. And then Hickory Excalibur with a $50 mega banger. Cheers.
The Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
For Emma Frost. Shout out to Hickory Excalibur. Amazing. And then we got Old Man Cad dropping a $4.99 for Emma Frost. Marvel Rivals is hot. Shout out to you, my man. And then Deadeye's Lock over on Rumble with a 2 for Risha Mao. And that is it. Mods, let's count it up. Feed the ducks. Feed the eagles. Feed the ducks and feed the eagles. I think this is officially the end of Risha Mao. Mods, if you can also let me know how far we are from tier 2. I think we're still a fair bit away. We might get felted tonight, but this was a fun night. We had a lot of fucking video games to cover. Deku Leader says no tier 2. Not right now. What about Ron DFK? What about it? It counts. Yeah, no, it counts. Ron DFK counted. Sonia, Ron DFK counted. That one counted. And you know, let's be fair. Risha Mao had a pretty decent run. She had a pretty decent run, and she went longer than I thought she was going to go. Because initially I thought that there was no like you know, people always say, "Oh, I want XYZ waifu so bad," and then they never win. So it's not terrible, not terrible. Teacher Conic says, "Did we hit tier 2?" No, we did not. We're about. I think we're like 100 away. If I'm doing my math right, I think we're 100 away. I'm pretty sure. Let me get the belt ready for Emma Frost because I'm almost positive she won. I'm almost positive she won. Holy shit! K Styles with an $86 mega banger. And he says for tier 2. Shout out to K Styles dropping a $86 mega banger. Holy shit. For tier 2. Thank you so much, my man. Saving us for the 211th stream in a row. One of the most ridiculous streaks known on YouTube history. Insane, man. Thank you, K Styles. Creepier says, I feel like the amount on tier 2 changes a lot. What is it exactly? It never changes. It's always been 500. Since like the dawn of me doing it, it's been 500. It's never changed. Ever. Now we had a tier 3 at one point. That also, you know, that changed. Creepier says, I thought that was tier 3. No, that was not tier 3. That was not tier 3. It's always been 3 and 5 for tier 1 and tier 2. Always. It's never failed. Never changed. But thank you so much, K Styles. $14 away from a Red Boy clip. You know what? Since you saved tier 2, I'm willing to throw in a Red Boy clip for this one. For the $86 banger. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that. What do you want? K Styles, what do you want? What clip you want, man? You want Warhammer Girls? What do you want? What do you want? I'm willing to do it, man. It's the Christmas spirit. It's the Christmas spirit. What are we doing? What are we doing, K Styles? Let me know, buddy. We got the numbers are in. You want elves? Okay, we'll play elves after this. We'll play elves after this. Sonia with the numbers. Risha Mao, $42.38 against Emma Frost at $140.94. Oh my God. What a way to go out. Truthfully, what a way to go out. What a shame. But you know what? Like I said, she did better than I thought she was going to do, to be fair. Also, I haven't put the belt on Emma Frost yet. So before we crown the champion, let's give this man what he wants. Thank you, everybody, for saving tier 2, Hickory Excalibur, everybody, man. K Styles, these elves are for you.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy hyper banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Holy shit.
to K Styles for that. I appreciate it very much. Legendary Dono. Thank you again. Now let us crown our champion, ladies and gentlemen. So let me go back. All right, here we go. So the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one and the only. And it's taking forever to download the picture. Oh my gosh, slow clap. I know. Here we go. Emma Frost, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Holy shit. About time. About time. Not a bad choice. Let's do it one more time. One more time. One more time. I am sure there are definitely some Risha Mao fans that are coping and seething, but she did good, man. She did good.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Congratulations to Emma Frost. She is going to go backstage now, but she will face off against another waifu on Sunday, starting off next week, Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Do not miss it. All right, boys, what a fantastic stream. I hope everybody had a ton of fun today discussing all of the topics. Please make sure to go check out my video that I released today. If you have not seen it yet, give it all the love and support that you possibly can. And obviously stay tuned for tomorrow's video as well when it drops. I would greatly appreciate it. Do not forget SNH tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. All right, boys. Thank you guys for everything. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who liked the stream, commented, spammed the chat, super chatted, gifted memberships, gifted games. I appreciate all of it. And shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you as well. And I will see you guys on the next one. Good job, Sonya, today. Go be bigots and go be gooners. What's SNH? Saturday Night Hypnosis. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The dog. Well, her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Suck it, yeah, John. Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck baby, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, sweetie, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns!
touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.